Hey everybody, welcome back to another very exciting Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. I am your host, Jesus Ramirez. How's it going? Happy Friday. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Hey Sam, thanks so much for joining me and helping me out in the chat. As always, we have James, Mark, Baldier, Michelle, Majesty, Fury, Viola, Christina, Sean, Rajesh, thank you so much for joining me. We also have Jennifer, Frank. Thanks so much. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. I'll wait a few seconds for that. While you guys let me know if you can hear me fine, I'm going to switch over into my screen to take care of a few housekeeping items. So there we are. This is the Daily Creative Challenge page, behance.net challenge slash Photoshop. behance.net slash challenge slash Photoshop. This is the page that you need to go and make sure that you click on that big blue button to join the challenge with me. That way you get notified via the Creative Cloud app for these daily creative challenges. Also make sure that you scroll down to the bottom of the page where each day we will unlock one of these boxes. And today we're unlocking the face painting box, September 18th. And actually for this set of daily creative challenges, the challenge for me is to use the same photo on every single challenge. You can use whatever photo you like. You don't have to use the same one for every challenge. You can switch it up every day if you like. Feel free to follow along with me on this. Follow along with me with the photo I provide and then use your own and make sure that you submit it onto Discord. Awesome. And it looks like you guys can hear me. That's great. Let me scroll back up and talking about Discord, make sure that you click on this community chat link that will get you onto that link right up above my head, and that is the Discord app where you have access to the daily creative challenges, the current challenge feedback tab, which is right up above my head here. You can see that there. Make sure that you click on that and you'll see all the work that we've been working on this week. We've done photo mosaics, we've done animations, as you can see here, the parallax effect. We've done a pizzazz pop-up effect or pop art effect, which led to a whole conversation about pizza that I think has been going now for 5 days. But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun this week. I hope you've enjoyed the daily challenges and you learned a lot. Also, thank you, Sam, for posting the link to Discord on the chat. You can see it there. You can click on it if you don't know how to get there. Also, make sure that when you submit your work, you also submit it into the curated community, or actually not submit it to, but submit it into Behance and use the hashtag #PSDailyChallenge so that you can have an opportunity to be featured in the Creative Challenges curated community page, which is this one here, this gallery. And you can come in here and check it out, get inspired, and hopefully you can have an opportunity to be featured on here. So make sure that you use the hashtag #PSDailyChallenge. Also, if you're doing the XD Daily Creative Challenge and the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge, you can be featured in this page as well. That's on behance.net/galleries/challenges. Also, if you're on Behance already, why not follow me on Behance? I'm at JR from PTC. If you're watching this live, then you should see a link somewhere around the page that you're on where you can click on my Behance profile and you can follow me if you like. Or at the very least, you can check out some of the other streams that I've done, including streams with Lisa Carney, some of them by myself, others with Claudia from Print My Soul. So yeah, make sure that you do all of that. Let me take a look at the chat just to see how you guys are doing. Let me scroll up and just a bunch of people saying hello, good day. Judith, how's it going? Murray, good to see you from Canada. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm currently in Manchester, UK. So let me know in the chat what part of the world you're in. It's a beautiful afternoon here. Ooh, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Anna. Happy birthday. Good to have you here on your birthday. Thank you so much for joining us on your birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope you enjoy spending your birthday morning, I'm guessing, with us. Cool. Hi, Christy. How's it going? Good to see you. Ron, Sam, Jennifer, Marsha, Brad, Aaron. Everybody, thank you so much for being with me today. Viola is cold in NYC. Majesty is watching from France. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. We have Ifelugwa watching from Nigeria. I haven't been to Nigeria yet. The closest I've gotten to Nigeria has been Togo, Africa, West Africa, but I would love to visit more countries in that continent. It was awesome. We have Tatiana from Bulgaria. We have Marsha from Toronto, Canada. Fanny from Bogota, I'm guessing Colombia. I don't know if there's any other Bogota. We have Priyanshu from India. Awesome. We have people from all over the world. Thank you so much for joining me. Do I have different computer? Let me see. I can't. I'm gonna have to wait for that comment to go up, Mia, because I can't read it because it's cutting off from the bottom of the page. Then, do you have a different computer for using? Oh, when I'm in the UK to the US. So for laptops, it depends when. I talked about it earlier that I switch laptops often. So this laptop I did have on the last stream I did in the US, but obviously I don't have my desktop, which is where I do most of my work in. But the laptop comes and goes, obviously. But yeah, so I guess it is the same computer to answer your question. Cool. All right. So before we get started, I wanted to talk about today's challenge. So today, as you know, we've been working with this photo, and we're gonna just work with it throughout the entire 2 weeks. And today we have a face painting challenge. So we're just gonna apply a painting, or not a painting, like something over his head that's meant to look like face painting. And this is where I'm gonna need your help. So we're gonna do it together. And what I mean by that is I was thinking of like what flag or what design we could use to put on his face. So I have Adobe Stock open, and what I can do is I can search for an image that you can use to apply over his face. So I was thinking maybe, like, for example, one suggestion might be like the American flag or a flag from your country, or something like that. So let me know in the chat what you guys think I should use to put over his face as a face painting. What I had in mind is if you guys follow sports, you know how a lot of people paint their team colors or team flag or their country flag, like in the Olympics or the World Cup. That's the idea that I had in mind. So I want to get your thoughts in the chat. Let me know what you think I should do, and then I'll pick one of the suggestions. All right, so I'll give you guys a moment to type that up. Meanwhile, I'll read some of the comments. We got Beldier, you're in Brazil. Nice. I tried your pronunciation. I hope I got it right. Cool. It's morning in Chicago. Nice. Yeah, happy birthday, Anna. Oh, okay, so I see your question because the electrical is different. So I have this little converter thing that I just plug my American plug into, and then it plugs into the UK outlet. With this laptop, it's just a USB-C connection, so I could use another computer's connection that uses the same type of USB-C connection for the power. So that's not really that big of an issue as far as I'm concerned, or I know. Cool. Indonesian flag, red and white. All right, that's one suggestion there. Create a combination of more than one flag. I like that, Michelle. I like that a lot. What flag should I do? So I'm gonna take that suggestion, Michelle. Thank you for suggesting it. So I'm gonna pick two flags. So, okay. So we have the Nigerian flag, green and white. I'm waiting to see the same response twice. That way, I could just be somewhat fair. So sorry if I don't pick your flag. Cool. Yes, it's a converter. That's what I have. Awesome. So I like the two flag idea. Just give me some more ideas. Flag of cool rainbow flag or British. Okay, so yeah, that's a good point. I'm in the UK, so maybe I should use the British flag. US and UK. I like that idea. US and UK. All right. Oh, okay. That's right. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. So maybe this flag of Spain and or a Latin American flag. All right. US and UK. I see another one for that. Cool. Rainbow color. Okay, so I'm seeing rainbows. I'm seeing Indian flags. Two flags with similar colors yet different. U.S. and U.K. You know what? I'm seeing a lot of U.S. and U.K. and I guess that kind of makes sense because that's where I'm at and where I'm from. So that probably makes sense. Ooh, cheetah pattern. That's cool. And maybe we can do more than one. All right. So how about this? We'll start with. I guess we'll start with. We'll make it easy. We'll start with the U.S. flag for now. So USA flag, and then I'll pick one more. Cool. So I'm in Adobe Stock. If you guys are not familiar with Adobe Stock, it's a place where you can download assets. The advantage of using Adobe Stock over many other competitors is that you can practice with the files from the application. If you decide to use it, you can remove the watermark by just licensing it through the app, and all the effects that you apply to it will stay on there. Cool. So we'll do this one first. So I'm going to save this to my library. I have a library called 1324, so that's where it's going first. So let me open up Photoshop and go into my libraries panel. Make sure that I have the 1324 library active, and that image should be in here somewhere, I hope. And if not, I have a backup flag in case the internet is not helping us today. So it looks like it's still uploading it. Let me see if in fact I did save it. I'll do that again. Save one more time, and it's doing it. It should do it. And it says that it's saved to that library. So we'll see. Let me go into Photoshop, and let me see if I can find it in here. No! Let me switch libraries and then come back in, and hopefully I'll see it in there. Okay, so I'm gonna do by type. Oh, there we go. See, I got it twice. There we go. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag that in here. So since we're gonna use two flags, let me know what you guys think I should do. Should I just do like half a face and like a quarter one flag? Like basically if you divide the face in half, one quarter would be the US and then the other quarter would be another flag, or should I do half and half? Let me know in the chat. Cool. Cool. I'm just waiting for you guys to catch up on that. Meanwhile, I'm just going to license the image since I am going to use it, so we can save a little time on that. So I'm just going to go into license image. I'm going to right click, license it. Cool. Let me see. I don't see any comments on half face, half and half, half and half, half and half. All right, so it looks like everybody wants to do half and half. Cool. So we'll do half and half. All right, so half American, half whatever else we go with. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, I'm just gonna forget about one half right now. I'm just gonna focus on the first half. So we'll just do left to right. So we'll do the American side on the left-hand side of the screen. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make the image larger. All right, Control T on Windows, Command T on the Mac to transform. And remember, it's supposed to be a face painting, so I have to keep his face in mind. So maybe something like that, where the stars are just going up to the middle of his face, and then we have, you know, the stripes here. Let's see how well you guys paid attention in history class. What do the stripes stand for in the American flag? Let's see who gets the first answer here in the chat. I wish I had like stickers or something to give out. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do now is now that I have this area where the flag will be, I'm just gonna create a selection like right about here, just with a little more of what I need. So I'm gonna stop the flag right in the center of the face, the stars, but I'm gonna select a little more than what I need, and I'm just gonna create increase the opacity to 100%, and then I'll press Control J on Windows, Command J on the Mac. So I can just have that little stripe there. And ooh, we got the first answer. Mark, 13 colonies. That's right. I think that was the first one. So pretty quick fingers there, Mark. But yeah, Stone got that right. Ralph got that right. Awesome. So what you can do at this point, if you like, is you can just convert it to a smart object. I'm not going to do that. I just want to be able to like distort it and do all these things and work a little faster than when the smart object. So I'll press Control T, Command T to transform. And what I'll do is I want to make sure that it sort of follows the contours of the face, not the tiny little details. Like I'm not really worried about like the eyebrows or any of that. I just want to make it wrap around the head. So if you press Control T, Command T to transform and select warp, we can work with that. And you can also bring the opacity down so you can see his face. And you can use these splits right up here. See that in the options bar? We have these splits. So I can split it in different areas, like maybe one there, one here. Totally up to you where you want to do that. I'm just looking at how this is going to work. And actually, I think for now, maybe just the vertical splits will work. So I don't need to do that. So then I can just come in here with these points and sort of drag them in to make match the face as best as I can. And I don't think I did that good of a job here, but you know, we'll work with what we got, you know. So just making sure that we have these contours there. And you know what? I'm not liking that, so I'm just gonna press escape because there's no way we're gonna do that. And escape, I like to call the escape key the whoopsie daisy key, because if you make a mistake, you can use the escape key and then you go back to the beginning. Control T, Command T to transform. And oops, sorry about that. Control T, Command T to transform, right click and select warp. In this case, I'm just gonna start without my warps first, and I'm just gonna do these individually first. See that? And if you make a mistake, you can always come back and make changes, no problem. And you know, I'm actually looking at the line here at the where the starts end, where the blue ends, and not so much at the rest of it. So I'm just making sure that it wraps around like so. Cool. Really, really cool stuff. And now I can add a split if I need to. So for example, if I wanted to do like this area here, would definitely need a split so that I could, you know, kind of do the shape of his eyebrow there, and then maybe one more here like so, and then you can contour it any way that you want. And if it's meant to be a face painting, obviously it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be some imperfections, and that's okay. And just adjust it any way that you think is necessary. Obviously we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to go a little faster, but you get the idea. You see that how it kind of looks like it's actually more part of his body now. The escape key and doing Control C does the same thing. No, Michelle. So Control Z is to undo something that you've done. The escape key just simply gets you out of whatever you're in. So for example, if I open up the layer style window, I'm like, oh, I didn't really want to do that, I can hit the escape key and it goes away. Or if I press Control T, Command T to transform, I'm like, oh no, I really don't want to transform, I'll just press escape. So that's what that does. Or maybe you go into a filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Oh no, that's not the filter I wanted, I messed up, it was a different filter, escape. So it just gets you out of whatever you're in. So that's why I call it the whoopsie daisy key, because I don't actually want to undo something, I just don't even want to apply it. Cool. I better go a little quicker because I'm looking at the time. So I'm just gonna increase the opacity here, and you can change the blending mode to something else. Multiply tends to work great, but we want to keep the white. So maybe for this, I can use something like soft light or overlay. Overlay will probably work really good, but obviously it's too intense, so we're gonna need to adjust it. What I probably do is probably just keep working with normal for now, and I'll just double click to the side of the layer so that we can bring up the layer style window, and then we can use the blend if sliders. So we got to look at the underlying layer so that we can bring up the shadows. See that? See how I can bring up the shadows and his mouth and lips come up? So I can do that as well. And his mouth, lips, and all those dark areas that really shouldn't be hidden are coming out. And obviously you would need to fine tune it accordingly. Do the same for the highlights so that the highlights come out like so. And obviously what I'm going to do now is just hold Alt and Windows Option in the Mac and click on the layer mask icon to hide everything. And now I can selectively paint in my flag in the parts of his face where I want it to be applied, like so. And actually I gotta be more careful, and I'm actually going really fast because I just saw the time. So you can hold the new keyboard shortcut in Photoshop 2020. If you hold the tilde key, which is right next to the under the escape key, you can switch into the eraser tool and erase with the same brush tip that you have active. So now I'm gonna erase the ear because the ear really wouldn't be part of that. And I'm just doing this right here, like so. And once I get it to about this point, now I can start messing around with the blending modes and seeing which blending mode would work best for the effect. I'm liking overlay, and I can always bring down the opacity, of course, and I can just adjust it any way that I want at this point. What I'm noticing now is that I'm not too happy with the this adjustment here, the underline layer adjustment. So maybe if I just split it, go all the way to the left, it just creates a gradual transition. See that? Gradual transition. So maybe more of a gradual transition, and do the same thing on this side, gradual transition. So it looks a little more like paint, and I'm, it's just all about fine tuning the layer. Maybe you can even bring down the opacity just a tiny little bit, totally up to you. Cool. So now let's do the other side, and I can keep fine tuning. I know we have like 3 minutes now, so I went super fast, super slow today. Jesus, I usually do the opposite and go like super quick. So now we have the UK flag. I'll save that to my library. Hopefully it saves quickly so that we can use it. I'll just wait to see when it's actually saved. There it is. And oh, perfect. There it is. It's uploading super, super fast. So what I'll do is I'll license the image just to get the full resolution of it. And of course it's going slow because that's the way things work when you're doing things live. So what I'll do instead is I'll just drag this low res version and we'll work with that just because we don't have a lot of time. So I'm trying to think of what the best way would be to put this in. Maybe something like this, and get the middle of the flag like right about here, like so. More or less, that should work. And I'll do what I did before, just make a selection out of the things that I need. I don't need the other parts, so no need to keep those. And I can press Control T, Command T to transform on the right layer and select warp, and then just adjust it accordingly, like so. However you feel like adjusting it. Remember the splits. You can use these splits to make sure that it contours his face accordingly, like so. And we can do the actually in this case I do like how multiply looks, but it doesn't look so good on the other side because his face is a little brighter. It looks better on this side, so you can decide which blending mode to use on this side. I'll keep soft light just so that it's similar, and Alt on Windows, Option on the Mac. And again, what I'll do is oh, here's the trick. I'll show you guys something cool. If you hold Shift and Alt, let me delete this layer mask, the UK layer mask. If you hold Shift and Alt and drag up, Photoshop creates a layer mask that is inverted from the layer that you selected. So in other words, it duplicates the layer and inverts it at the same time. And then you can paint with black. And the reason that I did that was so that I wouldn't have to worry about the edge. The edge will be the same because it just flips it. And then I can duplicate the layer. Oops, not that. I can right click and select copy layer style, edit, paste layer style to apply the blend diff on the other layer. So that's how you copy and paste the blend diff basically. And I can just come in here and paint with black and fine tune the details, right? Because his face really wouldn't be affected as much. And you can always come in here and just look for different types of brushes. Here's the trick. If you go into the gear menu and go into get more brushes, it'll open up a window. You have to be a Creative Cloud member for this, and you have to be logged in with your Creative Cloud ID, but you'll get to a page with a bunch of different free brushes that you can download from Kyle Webster, a whole bunch of them. So maybe you can find like a nice splatter brush and then paint the edges of the mask to make it more like a face painting. And of course, adjust the opacity. And you can always go and create a hue and saturation adjustment layer. I'm going to select the reds because I think the reds are too intense, and maybe drag that on top actually. And again, select reds and bring that down accordingly. You can obviously keep adjusting this any way that you want. I went a little slow today, but I hope that you guys learned a lot. So Yeah, there's an easier way, Christina, by using this keyboard shortcut, Shift and Alt Shift option on the Mac. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's daily creative challenge. I hope to see the results Discord, on Behance, and I'll be back again on Monday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for being here with me. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you Monday. All right, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.